Meanwhile, comms
I know, that thing's
still moving.
nuts.
And we are live on YouTube. Welcome back at the Bullish Bears. All right, so here we are. And we are on YouTube and we're live. Hi, everybody. We're looking at a few things. We've got Tesla up there. We're going to put up a few penny stocks as well. Got this. See, it's moving.
Two levels. Got another level at 20 cents, 21 cents respectively, and nothing but air all the way to 27 cents.
Yeah, I've got a few. I got 17, 17.4. I got that 21.5. I have to go back and see where I got those levels.
Still holding some.
Oh yeah, still holding stone. Okay. Let's see here. We've got some little dojis here on this. So let's see if this is going to be a continuation or if we're going to fail this flag here. The only reason I say that is that these dojis right here, there's no strong conviction. This guy might give us a strong conviction right now.
There's your bear flag just threatening to break on the 5-second chart there. 397.20 is the floor. If it breaks that, pause at 397 and a break through 397 will send that to a 1 minute measurement move to 396.40.
Alrighty. I have that 396.18 there.
I was not expecting today to be an action day, but this is good.
Well, I didn't either. I didn't know what to expect, quite honestly. It's been slow.
Tomorrow, but
Yeah, tomorrow is the bigger news. All right, there's that SMT that we had looked at earlier. Never really broke its pre-market high.
what financial juice says.
See what the juice says. See what the juice says. Check invest.
In red, it's not dead.
If it ain't a red, it's not dead. I like that. All right, so we did get that big convicting bar there that we're going to continue. So we broke that 375 area I was looking at earlier. 390, 39.68. That's probably more like 39.69. I have to get into this TOS thing and see if there's a way to get, when I do the futures, not to have all that decimal point stuff. I'll look at TradeStation and see if it does it better.
Same with TradeStation. It's got the decimal stuff that's weird.
Oh, it is? That's like, come on, people, give us a grid for the futures.
I honestly think that they're about the same. They try to follow along the rates of what TOS is.
Okay.
Cheaper. So complexity is there. I think I can work with that though because I'm starting to help a friend of mine develop some scripts.
All right, I know you were talking about that.
And if it will integrate with TOS, it should integrate with TradeStation as well.
Okay, watch this guy here. This pivot right here is important. It's got to break it, obviously. You see this magenta line. And in the meantime, SMT is going sideways. And who do we have moving, doing what? What the hell's going on with Mullen? Y'all supposed to be going up. TGBI. COSM. It had some movement in pre-market too. That's the guy we were looking at the other day. Now these are sub-penny stocks, so gotta be careful when you're trading them. It's actually give us a little ugly double bottom right there. Where did it hit this morning? 58.78. All right. Meanwhile, back at the SPY, we are bearish. We are bearish. We are below that 15-minute opening range. So let's go and see what we have. Let's cycle through a few of these penny stocks. I like to cycle through them. Certain parts of the day.
20th, $8 puts on Deutsche Bank. Trading 10 cents.
Oh, that's DB. That's the guy you were looking at earlier. I get it now.
I'll just go straight puts on that. The spreads aren't with it. Puts, if you ride them right, I'm thinking that'll break down. Not quite hit the $8. I'm looking at the percentage here. Wish there was more open interest in that. Well, no, not bad. Open interest is actually 9,859 contracts on that. 28 volume today. Delta's kind of low. It's 0.08 delta. Let's say it's right in that sweet spot. Time decay 0.0039. So 3.9 pennies a day. Not bad.
RMED might not be too bad.
Low trade was 9. I think that
I got numbers. I got price on this guy from way back when. We must have traded this a while back, REMD. RMED.
yeah,
RMED. Yeah, it's back in last week, was it? I guess it was. Yeah. Well, this is from October. Oh my goodness.
next pivot is 390, 394.90.
I have 394 down there. Well, it hit that 396.18 that I had. I knew it was gonna. I knew. It looked like it was gonna hit that. Wait a minute. Where am I? Here we are. Where's my SPY? Nope, that's not it. There it is. 394.9. Jiminy, we are going down, Jack. Don't chase, but see if you can get yourself a little spot to get in. We're at that 5-point section right here, that 39.65. Watch for, I was expecting for something to happen there, like a little pause or something. Okay, so you. Lots of wicks up here. It's got to really break through that. Really? I heard really? Like really?
I was looking at the what's on Deutsche Bank still. Even with high open interest, they're trading 5 cents. So the bid ask spread is always going to be fun. Weird though, because it shows sales at $9.
Mm-hmm.
It's not an average. It's the last sale. All right.
See what this next candle does on the 1-minute chart. See that area, that 396.18 right here? That is from a couple of large candlesticks, and that's the in-between of those two candlesticks. It's that area where they join together. I marked it with a price line today instead of a shadow box. That's from a while back. I'm not exactly sure what date that was. Will it tell us? That was from the 30th.
Let's see. It's a spread.
Going sideways on comms. Be careful about this thing. I don't like when they go sideways like this. Up at the top. But that is,
Hit a pause, but I think it'll break over.
that's another wedge right there. I don't know if you can see it as such.
That was a third leg bottom on the measured move on the 1-minute chart. Okay.
On who was that? SPY?
SPY. If it rejects the 1-minute tape right here, continue to go up. Hold some support here above the 396.40. It can go and retrace 397.15.
RMED can move if it wants. So watch it. It already hit that level I'd marked out a little bit ago. Now. Okay.
Step ironclad.
I missed it. What do they do? Let me go look.
Just 10 points away from target.
All right.
Great minds, man. Great minds.
Excellent.
Right, man.
Well, we got some.
Badly want to shoot each
Yeah, you do, don't you? All right, looks like we're going to roll over for another leg. One pullback. This is a pullback. This is a one long bear flag right here, it looks like. Oh, there's a pullback. Okay. Let's see what happens. Wait for that other candle. This is a little wedge we're in on comms. So we want to see if it breaks up above that or if it's going to break down below it. So take the beginning of that wedge, show you a little measured move thing I did yesterday. It works. If it fails this now, it won't work. So this is if it breaks, and it doesn't look like it's going to break it. But if it breaks, that could be a fake out. So watch it. Breaks that wedge, then we can get up to that 1721. But it's got to break over it with conviction. It doesn't look like it's doing it right now. It's coming back to this area of support. Just trying to hold on to that. We'll see what happens here. Meanwhile, we got RMED moving up, breaking that 489. It's up 68 cents. So this is not too bad for a penny stock. What I mean by that is it's not up like 50% or 100%. But it's coming up to the $5 area, and penny stocks, once they get to the $5 area, they can act a little different. Same thing once they're a $5 area and they get to a $10 area, they start. And once you get to 10, it's a whole different world. MES looks like it's coming back down. Let's see. Let's see what it does right here.
It's SPY put debit spread that holding.
Mm-hmm.
Get $1 each one. Friday expiration 382 spreads.
How much are they?
Sorry, they're rolling a nice 200% profit.
That's pretty good.
So just stupid low risk.
Well, and that's a spread, and that's a debit spread that you did I mean, like you have been buying these 1 penny debit spreads lately, and it's very inspiring, I must say.
It's incredible. You throw a couple hundred of them, it's like, okay, take profit on half of it, the rest of it's free.
Yeah.
And you just hold that, you can walk to the other side of it, you can let the spread turn into you can roll them.
And you can roll them. Okay, so 495, we're at that angular resistance. This is a bit of a megaphone expanding pattern here on RMED. Com's not going to hit that there, so fake me out, but that's all right.
1 minute double bottom spot. It might just go for that retrace.
Let's see. So we have to do a retracement of the opening.
Not full. We're looking at R1 is at 396.50. If it breaks R1 full, it'll go and set up targets to 396.65, 396.75, and so forth. Possible retrace to the 397 if this double bottom holds. If not, if it breaks over, rejects R1, that sets up a limited measured move. Then we get a leg all the way down to that 394.90 pivot, possibly even beyond that.
All right, you got a 394.90 pivot. Oh, it is 10:14. What does that mean? It just means it's slowing down. We get these different days now.
There is a two-part extension on R1. If you look at the 5-second chart, you'll see a point right at 396.44, which is whacked, and the extension is 396.52.
I got to look a whole different broker to look at a 5-second chart. I can't do that right now.
I put it right on me.
Yeah, it's on Webull. I don't have my Webull open. All right, that is a failed wedge right there. See it?
Check R1, see ya.
Oh, it did, didn't it? All right.
I love these short-term charts, man. These 1, 5, and 10-second charts. amazing what you can do with them.
Hang on now. You don't see the 10-second. You see that? Do you have like a triple bottom on your 5-second or your 15? I got one on the 10.
It's trying to be, but I think it's just a rejection. It's
Okay.
at level of R1 right now. The pauses here and breaks over. So point of control was just wick.
Yes, thank you for introducing me to 10-second charts.
That's awesome, Ricardo.
Game changer. Once you get the experience and price action and go and trade down to that 10-second chart,
It's a different world. That's for dang sure. All right now.
It's like a cheat code.
Uh-oh. It's like a cheat code. I like that. You just hacked the futures. Now we know how to get Mario past that pond, whatever.
Rockstar kind of touched on something fun in GTA. They made them in story mode. You can actually go and manipulate the stock market in the video game.
Oh my.
You go and invest heavy in whatever the lowest price auto manufacturer is, and then you go out and blow up every other competitor's car.
Oh my God.
Like, when you add your price action to that, it's even better. So, you can get in and down to rock bottom, or you can beat down one car manufacturer and then go and buy it and then go beat down the car manufacturers. It's just sick how you can mess with that stuff. But like the 10-second chart feels like that. It feels like you're knowing exactly rock bottom and absolute peak. And then you just compare it to 1 5-minute chart. It's like, I know it's points of control are. Where's my goals? Here to here. Boom, trade it. Your one pivot on a 10-second chart is just incredible.
Sig's got us at the showing us that we're at the angular support right now on that chart of the S&P or SPACs. There goes comms. Comms just can't handle it. I think you said it was about to peak out.
Yeah. I want to see it test 12 cents again. If it holds there, cool. If not, then this is just everybody and their mother taking profit all at once.
All right, now let's see. We got a little sideways motion here. Is there such a thing as a quintuplet bottom? It's only in a bear flag on a freaking 10-second chart. Let's see now. This is it. Are you going to break down below that? Somebody just changed the deviation channel. Oh,
Right on
comms.
one, or S1 again. Sorry.
It's giving us a look here.
Sometimes these will pop before they drop. I think this one's 1-minute chart.
Yeah.
Get that one more candle and then it'll tell us whether it be a pop and drop bear flag or just a straight bear flag.
A little slow on the 5-minute. Let's see now. See if it comes back up and breaks this 3968-ish, 67-ish area. Thank you for the decimal point with the 94. Jeez. Let's check the 15-minute chart. Okay. Where are we time-wise with the 15-minute chart? About 5 minutes into this chart almost.
That area is right off before there. Okay, so just crush the 5-second 200 period. Back up to our 651.
Look at the consolidation of these candles, though.
If it rejects here hard, this is just freaking measured straight through that. 394.
There's your little box it's in right now. Back of these two candles here. Yeah, pretty much these two. And your middle line's right there. I wonder if I can find this dang thing. Let's see. Show you where it is. Right here. Okay. Oh, I must have found that on a 1 hour chart. That's what that is. No. Why do I have it there? Maybe it was a 30-minute chart. Huh. 5-day 15. You know, when you look for stuff and you find stuff and then you can't remember where the heck you found it?
Right.
That's what I got going on right now.
It says pop and drop all over right here. Ran through our line to extension, or sorry, target. Which was 396. 5-second chart, 365. 666. Just rejected it. Back to the 5-second 200 period. This printed bearish engulf. I'm going to try to drop some 20 for the 8 period and the 20 period. X4 is at 396 pivot again. Snaps that. 394 here we go.
That's right. Time is it? 10:22. All right, we're just following along. This is a grind right now, but I'm still following it, and we still have lots of trades that can be taken. It's just a matter of what you're trading. Now you're not trading straight options, single options in this.
Just doing spreads.
Just doing spreads. That's the way to go. Those single options will kill you in this market. Trust me. Spread them.
That's it. If I wasn't doing that, I'd be doing my future.
Yeah. Well, the futures definitely have trades left and right. Yeah. I do my yep, spreads, Nicole. Yep, spreads. That's the way to go. Spreads and futures.
That's what I'm doing.
When I'm not moderating, I am trading the futures. I just still amazes me how you can do that.
But it
Maybe
takes
one day.
a lot of practice. It's like,
Moderating and trading, wow. That blows my mind. I can look at it and call it and say, okay, this, that, and the other, but moderating trading's crazy. 40-50 calls coming in, 39-50 puts.
so this is where like holding nice profit on my debit, put debit spread. I could go grab and all debit spreads up right here. Just kind of lock that in the condor, and I have until tomorrow to really decide what to do on this because this expires on Friday. Plenty of time. The spreads don't get hurt by time as much. And I can be
Yeah.
narrow it down to like a $20 total range and still only pay $1 per spread.
I freaking love that about the spreads. Now I just got to get my account up to that 25 grand where I don't have to worry about the PDT. Oh, I just swing them, get them in at the right time. Day trade and get the winner, and then let the loser go into the close, as long as it's not going into the expiration day.
What I'll do at this point,
Okay.
is half my put debit spreads
Here we go.
to turn, lock some of that into locking in all debit spreads,
Mhm.
neutral, and a free position, both sides.
See what this candle does here. It broke out of this little range box it was in from back over here. And then the upper band, we're above the 8 and above the 20. When I start seeing those things fan out, that'll let us know what's going on. That is a lot of consolidation there. I'm going to move over here, RM, ED. All right, well, we closed outside that box again. This candle needs to stay above it. Armed.
And I'm smooth. Sorry.
No, I'm sorry. I'm smooth. Don't you know? Have you not seen the commercial? Let's see. Oh, wick right there into that upper band.
Really want to see if Cent is going to hold 11 cents and give us a quick 10% scalp for 12.5 cents. I think that'll kind of accumulate and roll around like comms did forever. It just gives you time to compound that position, and then when it breaks, it goes into that really quick run up, close it. I mean, it's not taking place over 90 days, but it's certainly taking place over at least 14 days, and more like 21 days on comms. It's kind of the strategy that made me what I am, is being able to compound a cheap penny stock. Go in and out of it.
This doesn't do that. Have options though, does it? The comms. If it did, it would be great for it, wouldn't it?
I wouldn't care if it did, because it's expensive stock, by the way.
Oh no, but when you were CEI, didn't you compound it over every day or whatever?
TEI was over $1. Instead of using
Ah,
equity itself to compound, I was using the options to compound, because I could compound it with leverage. And I could have that in a zero cost position under 6 weeks.
look, man, I go get those levels and it respected them that quick. You know, how do you? Did you see that?
Yep.
I mean, I went and got those levels and that quick it respected those levels. All of them I had right there. Because I had that 558 and I was like, well, I got nothing from here to there. Let me go find something. Watch that wick.
Break over, here it goes. Bam. All right. Profit would have to put that spread position on lots of calls.
Yeah, that's did you say try to time to lock some calls?
When I see the bottom, I'll go into some call debit spreads.
Oh, the bottom of the range.
Right. So I'm still
Look at that.
playing half of my debit spread position.
This is
Is 200% return, so it's free.
just a
And I've got half of it closed, and I've got loaded up to run the opposing call debit spreads for also free to be in a neutral position with zero risk overall. So if SPY rips a face off on Wednesday, it's the bull side, cover that side. SPY rips a face off, goes to the bearish run, I'm on that side too.
39.58. By the way, Ironclad had that as a target. And it looks like if we can't hold this right here, we'll break down to it. That was a good Ironclad. You need to come in here and moderate some. All right, 520. I had a 519 level on our med. I don't know if y'all watched me go get these price targets there. I just looked left. There it is. There's the break. That's three black crows. I'm going to break that level. It's either going to break down or it's going to do at this 363 level. I need to look at another chart. 525. We're heading up to that 531 if you're watching our med over here. This is a penny stock. We can only trade penny stocks in bull moves, so we go find price targets. We look left on a daily and a 2 hour. I find a lot of them on the 2 hour and the 1 hour for my targets, and I go look to see where the pivots are. If you watch that whole thing I did right here. But it looks like we might be reversing there. Coming back down. comms, it's creeping back down. What do you have? Do we have anything moving besides any of this stuff right here? Huh. Yeah, I know you got quiet. I got quiet too. What you gonna do there?
Not quite wide, or not quite narrow.
Hmm.
414, 415.
Let's see.
I want like a 410, 411. I'll wait and see what SPY does here.
Big wick.
Measure move, but it can bounce here.
Big wick right here. So I have to watch it. Hammer, inverted hammer. If you get another hammer, then that might be something. But a lot of times you get these wicks. This is a time to be cautious and wait. Don't, buying towards the high and buying towards the low when it's like a low a day and all that. It's risky. So make sure you use stop losses and make sure you've paper traded to get to the point that you're trading real money. I've never been a big fan of paper trading, although I'm becoming more of a fan of paper trading. As long as it's the right platform. I'm not a fan of paper trading on TOS. This is TOS. Not a fan of paper trading TOS because it does not allow me to have the real indicators that I would use when I'm trading. It doesn't allow me to do that stuff. And it's like, well, what good is paper trading if I can't trade the actual stuff I'm going to trade? Wow. Look at that. Coming back. The big green bar on a 10-second chart. Don't know what the 5 seconds look like. Yeah, we walked into. So this is what I mean. You had this big wick here, this wick here, and now we got a little body on this one above the 8, but still, I mean, we're right at a pivot. So if you're trading something like this, be cautious. It is up high. We use this. I like to use the penny stocks to help folks see bull patterns because you're gonna be able to spot trends that way. But it's a simple pattern to start learning those bull flags. And we have lots of material at Bullish Bears on how to trade those bull flags, how to find those bull flags. And you'll notice that your channels, ascending channels, are basically bull flags, so on bull pennants. So we like to learn those things. It's a big stop.
There's the pop. See the drop.
Mm-hmm.
See, it'll either bounce here or drop here. Watch the 5 second chart. The 1 minute chart's already confirmed bear flag.
Yeah, I don't like those two green hammers though next to it, so I want to see it really drop because I got some selling pressure, a buying pressure on those.
I'm not messing with the problem. It's pretty good. The other option I have is flop put that spread, but I think I want to wait for tomorrow.
All right. It did not move like I thought it was going to move.
On the bear flag. Pop and drop, baby.
Listen to Jeremy's authority, would you? It just doesn't want to drop, bro.
I did on the 5 second.
Oh, I'm not looking at the 5 second chart. Sorry, I got to remember that.
1 minute's confirming. It's already. just looking for trend between the 8 period and the lower band in the chart. Bollinger Bands are okay. Top of the chart too. Oh yeah, that was a positive breakover. 5 minutes says floor is 394.78. Minute says we roll into a trend. Measured move puts us right on that.
Yeah, see that.
When price
Slow though.
relaxing,
Yeah.
got it.
This is slow though, that's for sure.
Slow and steady and tradable is the key for this. If you have the experience to be able to trade these 1 to 5 and 10 second charts all of a sudden, you've come a long way. And you basically found that cheat code. Once you learn how everything moves and how it all works, all the complexity involved, you go in that 10-second chart, it's like, man, this is easy.
Mm-hmm. Well, like you said, when you see it on one chime chart, you know, I mean, if you can read candles, you can read candles. And you've yeah, and you've learned to read those candles quite fast. So see on a long term, I didn't like seeing these for a longer play or trade. I didn't like seeing these two guys right here. That made me a little cautious.
So let me get this 5-second chart drawn.
That's what we want to see. Where's Ironclad? His target's coming up. Boom. There it is.
I can't draw the structure fast enough. Let's and I'm going to show you the structure. This is when a bear flag gives you confirmation. It becomes a harmonic. Bearish back. Spot that on a 5-second chart.
You got harmonics you got to teach. You need to do the wolf wave. You need to do the freaking diamond pattern. We got to get you some videos made.
Yes.
I'll do them with you if you want to ask you a million questions.
I agree.
You agree, don't you? He's got some strategies that we need to be learning. Mhm.
5-second bearish back. Drawing All right, ready for this?
All right, post it. Five-minute candle closing in 2 seconds.
Bam. 5-second bearish bat harmonic. Look at the 3 parts of that structure. You got trend, you got sideways or horizontal megaphone pattern with the and you extend the regression line a little bit more. But the regression line goes right to the breakover point on the back. So when you have that short line across the top of the bearish descending wedge there, you'll see that that was to a peak and it lined lines up with the base of the structure on the megaphone pattern. Breakover is you extend the regression line out and you confirm that pattern when you've rejected angular resistance, the blue line, and you've rejected that little regression line extension after rejecting the trend line coming off the base of that megaphone pattern. That is really cool.
Is really cool. And that's that mechanical mind of yours, and that is freaking awesome.
I couldn't draw this fast enough to trade it at the same time. I would have to just trade this by knowing what I'm seeing, not drawing it. There's no time. Woo! Look at that sucker go. Yeah, when you can spot a bearish bat harmonic on a 5-second chart. I'm gonna break my arm, pat myself on the
You
back.
do that. Sorry, I got quiet. Y'all know when I get quiet, and I try not to trade when I moderate, but I just had to take that trade. So,
You had to take that trade.
well, yeah. And here's the thing, you're going to lose trades. Remember that you're going to lose trades. So, but the key is, and this is for my style of trading. For me, the key is to have stop losses set, and to know. And I use candles for my stop loss. So, I'm not interested in points for stop loss or whatever. I want to use the candlestick patterns to tell me what my stop loss is. So, like for example here, now I'm on a 1-minute chart and I want to keep my stops low, tight. I don't have I'm for a lot of reasons right now. I don't have a huge account, and I just had to empty more out of it this week. So my account's small, so I have to keep my stops tight. I can't do a 10-point stop. So I keep my stops, 3, 4, 5 points. At 5 is a lot. So I try to keep it down to, 2, 3 points. But if I take a trade, I'm looking at my candle. Okay, so there was your break. This was a break. And, my stop was above this candle when I took the trade. I got in here halfway through, but my stop was up here. So I got a nice, I don't even know how many points it was. What did I get? I got 39.59 to 39.54. So I got that much. So that's about 5 points. And that cleared out in a small deficit or a loss. And because I jumped the gun, but I knew I jumped the gun, and so I got out. I had my stop set, and I got out before my stop got hit. And then, I used, like I said, wrong mouse. I used those candles because I know just like anything. I mean, if you get in, you see that tweezer top. I saw that tweezer top. I was like, okay, I'm ready. We're coming back down. Now, some folks will jump in a little quicker, but I was looking for another confirmation. So when I saw that candle break down to a certain level, I said, that's it, we're going down. But I use stop losses. Stop losses.
I'm gonna blow this up on a full-size chart and start dropping, and then put some text. This is something for the books.
And that was that trade that I just made that I usually don't do when I'm, moderating. That trade was quick, and I did it based on what I was seeing. And like Jeremy said, he drew that pattern for us, but I can't sit there and moderate. And please forgive me. And I don't think anybody really can, but maybe they can, and tell you exactly what I'm doing while I'm doing it, because that would slow me down. And so I just saw it and I went, oh, boom, boom, boom. And just like that, 5 points. And I'll wait. I price action, so I'm primarily price action. I'm following the candlestick patterns. I'm looking. I think Jeremy, you've got me over my bullish bias. Thank you. And I've had to get over a bullish bias, even though I'm telling you to learn penny stocks. That's how I learned. You could get a bullish bias at first because you're so used to seeing the bull patterns. But if you know where to get out, when you start following this, this is how I learned. Learn the penny stocks and then know where to beware for the pullbacks and for the areas that price is going to come down. Once you start learning those bull patterns and you start looking for those spots where price is going to come back down and pull back, well then once you get over here to say like the futures where you can trade both ways, but you better learn in the penny stock first with real money before you come here, because this will rip your freaking face off. Especially if you do not have stop losses. You cannot, let me say it this way. I don't recommend newer traders trading this type of stuff without stop losses, because it will eat your lunch and you'll lose a small account in a heartbeat. And I've done that, and I'm telling you not to do it. So now as I build my stuff back up, I put my stop losses in, and I get my targets. And this is one chart. I have numerous charts that I'm looking at, sometimes with the same stock, because like when I'm moderating here, there's a lot of lines. We call that noise and whatever. But I don't want to put too many on there because it would be too confusing for you. So I have charts on the other side that you can't see that have other lines on them. So I'll keep like certain pivots here, and then I have one that's pretty much just my VWAP bends, all my red lines. And so it's a little complex, but for me, I guess some say maybe I had ADD. I don't know. I tend to focus pretty well, so maybe it's not that, but I do think differently. And so for some people, my method may be a little too much, but for me, it's perfect. But I'll show you what I learned, and I take the best of Jeremy, and right now we've got Jeremy and Sig, and so I've been studying Jeremy and Sig, and so I'll take the best of both of them and put it together with what I already know. Anyhow, we want to help you succeed here at Bullish Bears, and I get happy when I take a nice trade.
Oh yeah.
And you're going to have losses, and it's a matter of cutting those losses, like Sensei says. Jeremy, I don't know if he used to, when he was moderating from his office at his house before he put it in his living room, he used to have this big samurai sword behind it. He said, remind him to cut those losses quick, man. Cut those freaking losses quick. Don't hold on to that crap. You're going to lose. You're going to freaking lose, okay? You're going to have losses. And just make sure that they're small, and then step back, reassess, see what you did wrong, and then say, okay, wait for the next setup, wait for the next signal, and then come back in and, do it right. Don't revenge trade, but, when you get smacked like that, sometimes you got to go, oh, let me readjust here. Adapt, improv, and overcome. We've got some successful traders in here, man. And Sig just said something real important. He said, he said it just about a minute ago. Auction at 11 a.m., but then an afternoon without anything on deck. Now, right. that can mean a lot of things. That can mean we go sideways. Also can mean we trend a little bit in a direction. Because we tend not to have, when we have nothing on deck for the afternoon, that's when you tend to see things like, I don't think we had anything on deck yesterday, did we, Jeremy?
Not really.
Once we got to the afternoon, and look, we just continued going down. So, and those auctions and things that Sig talks about in the morning, that's good stuff to know when you're trading the MES and SPY and the indexes. That's real good stuff to know. You get caught and get your pants spanked, your butt spanked.
Finish drawing this up and texting everything, and attach text to all this. But this is a great example, man. I haven't seen an opportunity to draw this out on a 5-second chart before, but here it is.
There it is. All right, we're gonna see it. Sig, got a quick question. Is that if you're listening, I don't know if you're listening or not, but is that are those Fibonacci's, or is that your quant tool that you've customized on this picture you put here? I'll ask you just in case. Yeah, Jeremy Sig's the TOS guy, man. You go watch his morning briefings and pay attention
Yes.
to everything he does on that chart. I've learned a bunch of stuff about TOS watching his videos. Fibs, 123.6. Okay. Thank you, sir. Yes, indeed. Okay. All right. All right. I see what you did. Yeah, I I modded mine to the quant tool. Actually, I modded them to look like yours. I ain't proud, man. I don't give a rips if somebody thinks anything about what the hell I'm doing or how I'm learning because I'm learning, taking profit. I don't give a rip what anybody thinks. So if I sit there and I copy Sig on some things and then I come copy Jeremy, that's the way to do it.
All right. Thank you for everything, guys. Have a good one.
Hey, man, you have a great day, Ricardo.
You have a great one, man.
Take care.
All right, guys. I got the drawing done. I got it all annotated very well. This one is from the textbook right here. I'm going to save that one. Get to open it, zoom in to read it.
I like it.
Perfect. You won't see a more clean, bearish bat.
That's right. Give us a clean bearish bat. He's got the bat, and I'll show you a bear fish one day. Armed is this is a little descending wedge, right? Or this is a wedge right here on Armed. It's about to break it. Give me my line. See that? Where's the beginning of that wedge? Look at all of that right there. Look at that there. And there's your regression line. I even give it in there.
Wish it would let me have control over the text size on Weeple. This isn't bad.
Yeah, Sig, I like your way. I like your way on that a lot.
Let me turn off one indicator for a second. There we go. You'll see this a little better.
Yeah, that fib tool sometimes in the TOS, when I go to grab it, it grabs stuff at the wrong place, and it's like, it's such a pain in the butt. So the quant tool, I think you can pretty much like mod it to where it's like the fib. It's just easier to use.
Man, that was such a clean ass trade.
Look at that break. Look out for the break over here on MES and SPY.
Yeah.
SPY breaking another pivot at 395.66 that I have written. Previous VWAP.
My remaining put debit spread is still holding 400% profit. I'm not entering the call side yet. I'll be right back.
This could be a double top here, right there. Check that out. Even though we had that wedge there, could be a double top. Again, looking for a measured move. If I was going to measure a move here, I'm going to go down here. I'm going to take my shadow box tool. I call it a shadow box tool. It's a rectangle tool. And then I take it and then I set it on the opening of that wedge, and then I put it back over here with the next move when it breaks out, and then I look for that target up there around 562. And if you heard me yesterday talking, a measured move is great. I love finding measured moves. And then what I like to do is go, baby, go. What I like to do is when I know that there's a measured move coming and I've been able to measure it out, whether it's measuring a breakout of a wedge or measuring, the leg and then looking for the second leg to be the same distance as this one. I'll go for about a third of that, a third, maybe 50%. And then that way I know that I'm going to stay out of these danger zones, which is the high spot. And then I can capture, a third to let's say 33% to 50% of a move. That's pretty good. So if I'm like trading, for example, a penny stock, 519, and I get a 19-cent scalp, or maybe it's a swing. A swing would be longer than a few seconds for me. It'd be a minute or two. Then I'm taking profit, man. I'm not. I'm learning how to measure those moves. Measured move, to me, that was the one thing I kept hearing. Measured move, measured move, measured move. Well, how the heck do you measure a move? Well, then you start learning how to measure those moves. You 50% retracement. That's a measured move. And you take that measurement and you find it and you look at the whole measurement and then you go for a portion of it. And you go in like a beast when that's your measured move, and you go in like a beast on a portion of it, and you'll take profit. Make sure you use good risk management. Make sure you put your stops in. And if a lot of times the way I like to trade is I like to put my stop in and make my entry, and then I like to hit my target. It's basically a bracket order, except I do it manually. It works for me that way. But then again, that's a penny stock. But boy, when you get a measured move on the MES, man, that is just sweet. Sweet. The market is a lot slower right now than it has been. So, but it's for us here at Bullish Bears, it's making for great conversation, great teachings. The price action sets up a little better. It's above 2160 now, isn't it? 2213. Oh, the VIX. Okay. Yeah, oil's down. Go get some gas. There are a lot of ways to follow price action. There are a lot of different, different methods. I'm looking at these wicks right here, and also that in between there as an area that this price has to hold. If it falls down here, then I'm looking to see if it can hold this area. If it falls below that. All right, so listen to Sig, y'all. He's given us some really good insight there about that 30. About that area, 39, that 39.50 area, very strong. So you could get a bounce there. When you get to those strong levels, you have to really pay attention to see if you're going to get a bounce on them or not. Those pivots, all these levels we mark and we talk about, they're very important because you want to see how price responds to them. And if you know you've got a strong level like, say, 39.50, then you want to keep an eye on that level, see how price responds to it. It might just blow through, could start slowing down, come to it. A lot of times you'll see it might, kind of like this, it starts slowing down, you get some hammers, you might go past it, get a U-turn, and then a slam retest, and then push up. So keep an eye on those things. That's why all these levels are important. A lot of complexity to trading. But once you start breaking the parts down and you take it a bite at a time, You spend a lot of time in front of the screen. Read those charts. If you're working a full-time job, you know, TOS Mobile sucks. So Weeble's got a better mobile app to look at charts. But look at your charts, follow your price action. Mark out those zones, and look where price has been before. Look where it stops. Look at your hammers, your inverted hammers, your regular hammers. See where they fall on a trend, or on a chart in a 1 day like this. You see these. I always talk about these. There's a lot here. There's a lot of trees, and there's a forest, and there's roots, branches, and leaves. So we gotta find all that stuff. But you see, you get a hammer here, little hammer doji after these stronger candles, and it gets kind of weak, and you get that pullback, and you pay attention. You get another one here. Does that mean we're going back up? No, for a second. But those things are all important. And then you get this guy down here, big wick with that low there. So we want to watch and see what's going to happen next. I follow the price. I thought I was a trend trader, but I guess I'm more price action. I'm a hybrid. I'm a hybrid technical guy. I'm not a hybrid with fundamentals and technicals. I use several different technicals. I'm going to end the YouTube right now and say thank you guys. Come on in and like, subscribe, and share, and be a part of what we do. Here at Bullish Bears, we got some great things coming up. We got great folks. We got great moderators. We've got, solid teachings, and we have the best freaking bargain around when it comes to trading the stock market. And let me tell you, from what I understand, I'm a Bullish Bears guy. I was, I guess, homegrown. It's my first trading community, and I've learned everything I know from all these guys here. And I looked at other groups, and then I listened to what everybody says. And what I'm saying is, nobody is going to give you what we give you at Bullish Bears. You're going to get the best bargain you can ever imagine, and then you're going to be able to get in here, and you're going to learn from the moderators, and you're going to learn from our videos, and you'll be able to develop a trading style, and we're going to help you do that. We're going to talk about being relaxed. We're going to talk about risk management, but we're going to show you how to read these charts and what to look for. See that this was a nice break right there. I had my measuring tool there. If I'd have gone for 50% of it, I'd have been all right, right? So we got a lot of things that we teach you, and we want you to come learn because we want you to be successful. It's great to be your own boss, and maybe you just want to trade part-time. We'll teach you how to do that as well. And you got a family. We don't want you to, we're going to talk about risk management. Don't be going out there and spending your life savings on this. You have to have risk capital, money that you can lose. So if you like to spend money and splurge every now and then, take that money, save it, and use it as risk capital. You can open an account for a few $100s and build it, and we'll show you how to do that. So come see us at Bullish Bears, guys.